Good evening. Tonight, I want to share to you a story that would remind us about the sovereignty of God. And I hope that we would always, surrender to Him and put our faith in Him, not in our own human calculations. But before that, I want to tell you that there are three areas where we can know the will of God. Number one is God's Word. We can know the will of God through God's Word. It might not be in, details, but God has revealed Himself and His general principles in the Bible for us to be guided. Sabi pa nga sa Biblia, your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Second is through God's people. We can know God's will through God's people. So it's good to listen to advices of people close to you. Those people who knows God and who knows you. No? Huwag yung mga friends na puro lang masasarap na salita. Yung mga honest friends dapat, that would help us to be a better person. At yung pangatlo is God's allowed circumstances. No? We do not manipulate things. It will just come to us if it's meant for us. Now, many times we think that good opportunities would always mean God's will. Ulitin ko ha, many times we think that good opportunities would always mean God's will. Kasi nga, tama naman, sabi sa Bible, every good and perfect gift comes from above. Si Paul, he prayed for healing 3 times, that God would heal him for his thorn in the flesh. Yet God said, my grace is all you need. No? He is asking for healing. And He's asking for healing, it's good. Or healing itself is good? Absolutely yes. There's nothing wrong about it. No? Yung asking na sana gagalingin ka ng Diyos. But is it God's will? Sa side ni Paul, no. Because God did not answer his prayer, but He gave Paul more than he asked for, and that is grace. Now, there is a certain passage in the Bible, and I'd like to read this to you. As they continued their travel, Jesus entered the village. There is a woman by the name of Martha who welcomed him and made him feel quite at home. She had a sister, Mary, who sat before the master, hanging on every word he said. But Martha was pulled away by all she had to do in the kitchen. So later, she stepped in, interrupting them. She said, Master, don't you care that my sister has abandoned the kitchen to me? Tell her to lend me a hand. But the master said, Martha, dear Martha, you are fussing far too much and getting yourself worked up over nothing. One thing only is essential, and Mary has chosen it. It's the main course and won't be taken from her. Dito po sa story na to, we met the same principle. No? What Martha did wasn't bad. Hindi naman masama yung ginawa ni Martha. She only did what was customary in their times. Dapat lang kasi maging hospitable sila sa mga bisita. But what Jesus expects was even greater than what would appear to our own eyes as good or good things. No? Many times when good opportunities come our way, like for example, job, no? Or promotion, or lifetime partner, we often forget to consult God and immediately accept it kasi good opportunity nga, no? We plan ahead and then we are overwhelmed with it and we begin to forget what is most important. In the other hand, God can and will use bad circumstances to accomplish His purpose and will in our lives. We often associate good things to God's will, no? Parang, God's will ito kasi magandang mangyayari sa buhay ko. And we might forget that bad circumstances could also mean God's will, no? So don't just seek good things, but seek God's will above all. Ang sabi pa nga sa James 1:5, if you need wisdom, ask our generous God and He will give it to you. He will not rebuke you for asking. So my prayer this evening for us is that may we seek His will above all in our lives. God bless you.